Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, this is going to be part 2 of my Off My Chest series for a while I'll fix up my American Girl dolls. So this is actually the second video that I'm recording for tonight. So if you haven't watched my first video where I first started reading Off My Chest stories, make sure to go watch that one first. It's really a doozy. Okay, and then I might as well take this opportunity of warning everyone that there will be triggering topics discussed in this video because Off My Chest is where people offload whatever they want to say, and they don't want to be judged. Of course, it cannot be helped. Okay, this person is doing something really awful, then you can't help but judge them, but still, okay, so this is where the people can just anonymously offload, tell people or tell the entire world what they're going through, what they're experiencing right now. They are not able to tell people in their lives. So let's start. I'm going to be fixing up this customized Caroline Abbott doll. Okay, so I gave her this very cute wig. It's white with bright pink highlights. Okay, so she is my mermaid doll. I named her Aquamarine. Okay, if you haven't watched that movie, make sure to watch it. It's a really nice movie. But anyway, let's start. The first Off My Chest Reddit story that we're going to read is titled, I ruined my boyfriend's life and have no idea how to help him. I, 18 female, I'm dating C, 24 male, for a couple of months. We started talking on Tinder last year and quickly connected. Everything was great until recently. He wanted me to move in with him. I was greatly considering it, but where I live, I have a career, and there wasn't opportunities for me out there. I voiced my concern, and he told me that I'm only young and don't need a career yet, that I'm going to change my job many times. I tried to explain that me having a career at my age is important because it's hard to get, and it gives me stability. He still gave me a pushback, but ultimately dropped it. He told me that he will be moving back to where I am. He's from here originally, so that was something I was okay with. He still wanted me to move in, and now that he's coming back, I considered it even more. But I told him that I didn't want to be the only reason he's moving back. He assured me that wasn't the case, and he understood, and we still look for places together. The other day, after lots of consideration, I told him I wasn't ready to move in and that we needed to slow down. We had gotten into a couple of arguments, and I decided we needed more time to get to know each other at a slower pace. I haven't been in a serious relationship before, and the relationships I've been in before this one have been violent and exhausting, so this was new to me, and I was terrified to tell him how I felt. He told me he understood, and it was okay, that he was glad I told him. It felt amazing that I finally got it off my chest safely, and this assured me that we could make things work, that he would listen. Today, things change. We haven't been able to find a place. I'd been helping him look. He blew up at me and told me I ruined his life. Not only have I made him homeless, but I completely destroyed his mental health. He kept telling me how I destroyed his life because he wouldn't have given notice to his job or to his building manager, and that he would have just stayed up there. Part of me feels like I'm not crazy for being upset that all of this is being blamed on me. I did tell him pretty late, but I told him from the start I didn't want to be the only reason he's moving here, and I didn't know he was relying that much on me. The majority of me feels awful, and even though I'm not ready to move in with him, I feel like I should just suck it up and do it. I don't know what else to do, and I'm scared he's going to find this and be pissed. I just need some advice really bad. Anything helps. I will try my best to answer any questions if it means I can help him out somehow. Okay, OP, have you watched the movie Gaslight? So this is a very, very good example of a person gaslighting someone else. Like, what the hell? In the first place, he's the one who's really hot and heavy into, moving in together. Like, excuse me, you're only 18. Like, why would he want to move in with you? Like, he's 24. I mean, the age gap is not that much, but still, you're only 18. And I'm really, really bothered when you said that you had relationships before that had been violent and exhausting. Like, at 18, you had relationships where were violent and exhausting. That really concerns me a lot, actually. Okay, so I'm thinking that you're better off without this boyfriend. Like, I'm so sorry, but I was really, really incredulous while I was reading this that he was blaming you. Like, did you force him? He was the one who really wanted to have you live with him, and then he was the one who decided that he's going to go back to your hometown and then stay with you. Like, why is he rushing you for some reason? Okay, I think the reason he's rushing you, let me answer that, is because he felt that you're vulnerable. I think this person is a narcissist. He's really trying to find someone who can abuse mentally and emotionally. I mean, oh my god. This person is so broken. That's okay. This is the reason why, okay, I'm really not in a rush to be in a relationship because I would admit that before I really wanted to have a relationship. I wanted to have a boyfriend because I felt I wasn't attractive, that I'm missing out in life. All my siblings have relationships and I'm the only one who doesn't have one. Of course, also from my friends, I feel jealous. I feel envious whenever they have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and then they, of course, have romantic dates and during Valentine's Day, shallow things like that. Okay, but I think it's better that I don't have a relationship because I don't think that I'm going to be able to do this. Like, I'm the sort of person that if I don't like someone, I'm not going to stick it up with him. I'm just going to leave him. Well, not leave him like leave him hung and dry. Like, I'm just going to break it off with him. I don't think I'm the sort of person who will be a martyr and suffer in silence while this person is, doing things that will make me feel unhappy. Because in my opinion, okay, in my perfect dream, the only reason I'm going to be in a committed relationship with anyone is because I'm going to be better off with him. My life is going to improve. I'm going to be so happy. I'm going to be so satisfied with everything and anything. Like, okay, my dog is here. Let me comfort her first. Okay, so we're going to pause on fixing up dolls because my dog is asking for attention. Okay. But anyway, okay, going back. So yeah, so I'm not going to go in a relationship where this person is going to make me feel shitty and oh my god. Okay, so girl, OP, oh please take this as your red flag. Take this as your warning that you shouldn't go on with this relationship. Leave this guy. He's not worth it. Okay, so good for you that you stood your ground. You did not resign from your job. You did not go off to his, because if what would have happened is if you were the one who resigned from your job and then moved to his town, then you're the one who's going to be homeless. You're the one who's going to be dependent on him, and you're going to be the one suffering right now. So yeah, just leave this person, okay, and don't feel guilty because again, this person made the decision for himself. He's not like a child that you had to convince, and you didn't tell him to quit his job and then move to your hometown, etc., etc. He's the one who made that decision, so suffer the consequences. Why is he such in a hurry to live with you? Like, why? I mean, it doesn't sound like you're living in different states, that it's going to be physically impossible for you to travel from one place to another just to see each other. Okay, so yeah, definitely, girl, you dodge a bullet essentially. So you already know that this person is bad news. Leave him, get rid of him, throw him in the curb, whatever. He's not worth it. Girl, run. Run. Run as fast as you could. Okay guys, so I don't know what I'm going to do since my dog is asking for attention. So let me go ahead and pause fixing up my dolls. But I'm going to just give her some time, and then hopefully we'll be able to go back to fixing dolls. Okay, I'm going to read the next story. It's quite short. I think I'm going to read this and then give my reaction, and then I'm going to put my dog in my mother's room because I think that's the reason why she wants attention, because she wants to go back in the room. Okay, anyway, so this is quite short. Ex-girlfriend who demanded that I get rid of my dog, okay, perfect timing, wants me back. She told me that if we're moving in together, I should get rid of my dog since my dog is blind and might knock her stuff over. I told her no, so we ended our relationship. Took me some time, but I'm nearly entirely over the breakup. Last week, she told me that she changed her mind and she's living to live with a dog now. I don't trust her though, since she might try to get rid of the dog when I'm not home, so I told her I don't want to get back together with her. It sucks having to reject her, but I'm sticking with my choice. I have already blocked and cut off contact with her, never seeing my ex again. Okay, yes. Standing ovation, OP. Good for you. You stood your ground. This bitch thinks that you're going to get rid of your dog just for her? Like, what the F? Like, it sounds to me like you're not really compatible because you love your dog. Your dog is part of you. Essentially, your dog is someone that you're is a loyal, who's going to be loyal even more than a girlfriend. Your dog is never going to betray you. Your dog is not going to cheat on you or treat you bad. And to top it all, the dog is blind. Okay, what kind of heartless person is that? That you would ask you to get rid of a blind dog. Nothing against blind dogs, but of course, a blind dog is going to be more work than a very healthy dog. The best person who's going to care for this dog, because you already know this dog, and I'm assuming that this dog is blind because it's already old, and this girlfriend, this bitch is asking you to get rid of the dog. Like, heartless, no heart at all. Okay, so scum of the earth. Alright, so yeah, and now yes, you're correct. So if you get back with her, what's the assurance that she's not going to try her luck again? And then maybe when you get home, the dog is gone, and she's going to tell, oh, the dog died, or the dog got lost because it's blind, and and maybe she would intentionally try to hurt the dog to get rid of it, because she sounds like I wouldn't put it past her that she's going to try that one out, that she's going to try and get rid of the dog by killing it, because she sounds like an evil person, honestly. So yeah, what a whore, what a bitch. Anyway, so yes, so we're not going to get back with that girl. Get a better girlfriend. Find someone else who's going to be nicer, someone who's compassionate, because it sounds to me like she's the sort of person who's going to leave you when you're like sick, or maybe you became poor, you lost your job, you became homeless. She's the type of girl who's going to leave you because she's inconvenienced by your presence. So yeah, you dodge again, like the previous story, you dodge a bullet. So better off without this stupid girl. Okay, I'm going to put this dog, my dog, inside my mother's room so we can go and proceed fixing up my doll. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so Barbie, my dog, is already inside my mother's room, so she's going to sleep there. Okay, so we could go ahead and continue fixing up my doll. So yeah, so let's read the next story. So this is titled, My Sister is So Selfish. Okay, let's see why she thinks her sister is selfish. Okay, my sister's cat died last week. It was a very painful thing, and when it happened, my sister wasn't in the same country. as she was in a business trip. Oh, before Simba, our cat, died, I took so much care of her and she wasn't able to clean herself, and I literally had to remove all the shit off her hair, and it was disgusting. Keep in mind that I'm allergic to cats, yet I slept with her at night because I didn't want to leave her alone. I cleaned her litter box and brushed her hair. When my sister came back after her business trip, as a nice gesture, I cleaned my sister's room and hid all of Simba's toys. My friend texted me today telling me she paid almost $70 on a vet today and she doesn't have money to buy her cat food. Like zero money. So I texted my sister to ask her if I can give Simba's food to my friend because she doesn't have money. My sister said no, and when I asked why, she said she wants to give the food to street cats, and I told her my friend's cat is literally dying and sick. She's like, no, she doesn't really know my friend. Is it so hard to give away a pack of cat food that's already been opened and half empty? Plus, I'm your sister, and my friend means so much to me. I did a lot of things for you, and took care of the house when you traveled, and took Simba to the vet, and took the best care of her. You don't want to give away a pack of food? How selfish are you? Hi guys, unfortunately my sister tried to gaslight me by telling me that I always take my friend's side and don't care about blood and her feelings. I decided to ask my grandmother for $20 and I'll give them to my friend as that's literally all I can offer right now. And hopefully some other friend can give her the other 20. Honestly, I'm also mad at my sister. She made me feel like I'm some beggar. She said go pay $20 and F off. I did call her selfish, I won't lie, but that's how she's always been. It's not like it's just me who says that. Our entire family suffer from her selfishness, and I promised myself not to do her any favors and not to accept anything from her. My best friend's cat might die and she doesn't care. Yes, I think your sister is very selfish. I mean, I don't get her logic that she's going to give the food to street cats. Yet here's a cat who's dying of hunger, of starvation, and she doesn't want to help this cat. Like, what's the logic there? I mean, I don't get what's the sense. I mean, you're going to give it to a stranger's cat, but then you're literally your sister who took care of your dying cat. You can't do this small favor for her. Like, I don't get it. Like, she's not only selfish, she's being mean-spirited and ungrateful. Like, yeah, I understand that it's not the OP's cat, it's someone else's cat. But your sister, the one who took care of your dying cat, is asking for a favor from you. Like, it doesn't matter whether it's her cat or not. She's asking for it and you owe her. I mean, it's not really mentioned here if the sister paid her for her services of taking care of the cat, but yeah, even if she didn't or if she did, like, she couldn't have, it wasn't really her place, or she didn't have to do it. Like, she could have been a negligent caregiver to the cat. Like, she could have let the cat die without any company, or let her die dirty. But no, she took care of the cat even though she was allergic. So I'm really, really upset about this story. Like, I don't really get it when people are being very selfish. Like, they are making decisions that are not logical. Like, you're going to give the food to street cats when there's literally a cat here who needs food. Like, what's the difference? Like, you're going to give it to cats on the street and then a cat inside the home that doesn't have any food. Oh my god. So yeah, so you're only right, OP, to feel disgusted with your sister. Yeah, do not give her any favors anymore. So let her suffer and think of her actions. Okay, so I'm just going to dress up Aquamarine and then I'll be right back, and then we're going to fix up another doll. Okay, so here is Aquamarine. So I dressed her in this dress that I purchased from Shopee. Actually, if you saw my first video, my first off my chest video, I dressed up up Katy Perry in a similar dress but in orange. So I really like this dress. So I think I'm going to purchase the other variants because there are other colors, same style but different colors. So I just might purchase all the other colors since I really like this dress. The quality is good enough for me and I like this style anyway. So yeah, okay, you might see my other dolls dressed in this style but in different colors. Anyway, so we're going to fix up another doll and read more of my chest stories. Okay, so we're going to work on Winona. So she is a customized Grace Thomas doll. So I gave her pink and teal highlights. So we're going to continue reading from Off My Chest. So I think we're going to read two more. Okay, so let's read this. This is titled Divorcing My Wife Over an Affair That Didn't Happen. Okay, let's see what happened here. Okay, I, 65 male, and my wife, 50 male, work in the same field. Same work. We'd been married for 18 years. In and on and off process of divorce for 6 months now. So there's quite a lot to unpack, but I'll try to be as succinct as I can. Back in 2021, I had to make a decision for the company that was, I say, Machiavellian. She says unethical. I'm not sure what it means to be Machiavellian. I'm just going to post it here, but I'm assuming that it means that you're going to make a decision that's polarizing. Maybe not good for some people, but necessary. But anyway, so let's see. I made a choice to lay off a lot of people during the pandemic. Oh, okay. Ever since then, the way my wife saw me changed and it put a strain in the relationship. Before retiring last year, I tried to make it right. Fought to keep employees, get contractors regularized, and etc. But she thinks I did it for the PR, and maybe I did. The following months were nice, however. She didn't worry that I had ulterior motives, and we were able to enjoy each other again. She even called off the divorce. She got my old position. No one more deserving, really. But it is also a very demanding job. Lots of time anyways. She was abroad for a convention when a client called me to talk about an urgent deal. Obviously she can't, so I referred him to other consultants. He was not interested. My wife won't be back for 2 days, so I said, alright, I'll hear him out. I called my wife, told her I'm meeting this for dinner. She was mad, said let the client go to rivals. It's the push the company needs to get more people. She's right, and I would have done the same. But I know this bloke, this is going to be a big sell. It's great for her. Told me if I go, we're done. For good. Okay. I only wanted to help. I was able to do well because she did those for me too. I hope, in time she will see, I thought. So I went ahead. She called me again, she heard the traffic, then hung up the phone on me. That was all I can remember from that point as I was hit by a car. When I came to, my wife was already next to me and would not leave my side at all. Funny that I was glad that she was worried. All was good and divorce was not brought up again. Last April, they did a garden luncheon. It's a quarterly thing. Partners and kids are welcome. So I went along too. I knew many of these people, and it wasn't long before I was pulled aside by one of the chattier ones. I shoot my wife a look of save yourself. She went and to get us drinks. It was taking her a while, so I looked around for her. Someone said she might have been by the gazebo. Indeed, she was there, with a colleague. I saw the exact moment he leaned down to kiss her. I was frozen in place. I waited for her to push him away, but she didn't do anything either. Just stood there, hands on her side. Perhaps she was frozen too. I marched up as fast as I could and yanked his arm off her and just pulled her with me back to the car. Maybe I should have made more of a scene, but I didn't. I knew him some. He's new and he's her age. From what I heard, they really agree on a lot of things at work and was with her in the convention. I asked if they already slept together, and she said no. I believe they haven't. Did she want to? I think so. She was adamant nothing will ever happen between them. She submitted she thought of it, that she was so mad at me, and well, he's my complete opposite. But he's choosing me. Because when she thought she's going to lose me, everything was put into perspective, she said. I think if I didn't get run by a car and cut her trip short on the first day, she would have slept with him. I think it was the guilt that made her turn around. I think once she's gotten over my accident, she'll fall back to him. It's genuinely doing my head in. I can handle being untrusted. What I didn't know was that it's harder if you're the one untrusting. I finally get why she wanted a divorce. I think I want one too. I love her so very, very much. I can't even be madly interested in other women. But every time she tries to be intimate, I can't help but think she'd rather be with someone else, and I push her away. It doesn't make sense because she hadn't had an affair and it repulses me still. I'm sorry for the ramble. I just want to throw this somewhere, with both sides portrayed as best as they can in a snapshot. Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here. I might think this is the best time to get couples therapy, okay? So yeah, obviously you and your wife love each other. Okay, so you love her, she loves you. You have a differences of opinions. So you have different ways of doing things. I don't agree with her when she told you to back off. I think it's her pride talking. Maybe she felt that, it's her time to shine and she didn't want to continue being under your shadow because she has your old position and she knows that you could do the stuff that she's doing because, of course, you were working in the same company, you were working the same field, so you had the experience. It's not that she doesn't trust you, she just doesn't want you to steal her thunder because she doesn't want to be compared to you and she doesn't want to make people think that, you're better than her. So yeah, I think that's her ego talking. So, and about what you did, about laying off people, maybe it's the interest of the company. I don't know because it's really hard because if you're going to be in this position, like you have to decide if you're going to keep people working, even though it's going to be hard on the company and the company might go bankrupt. Or are you going to save the company and just lay off these people? Of course, you're going to save money and you might save the company. So it's really hard. But if I were in that position, I think I'll do what he did. Okay, I'm so sorry. I know it's going to be heartless laying off people during the pandemic, but yeah, you just need to be practical. I would decide of the company in this one because what are they going to do? I mean, during the pandemic, there's so very few things that you could do. You're not really able to move like you once did because you're not getting enough customers maybe. The business is down in a slump. So the best thing to do is have these people look for other jobs. And it's not like you're guys going to lay them up and then, okay, goodbye, they're not going to get a severance pay. I'm assuming that they were given their last pay or something. But yeah, it's a very hard decision. The marriage is worth saving since it's not like she actually slept with this person, although what makes you think that she really didn't? Like, does she have proof? And I'm a bit uncomfortable that this shameless person is still within the same company. Like, he knows that this woman is married. He knows you, yet he still tries to steal the wife away. Like, what kind of morals is this? I mean, if I'm in your position, OP, I would have did something to get rid of this guy. Not get rid as in kill him off. Like, get rid of him in the company. Like, I'm going to make sure that he's not going to stay there with your wife. Like, I guess you can say that you trust your wife, but do you trust him? No. So, pull some strings. Have this guy fired. What I would do, I'd get this guy fired for even thinking that he can steal my wife. For your marriage, I think if you really love your wife and your wife seems to love you, then go for couples therapy, then maybe you can save the marriage. But if it's really, broken, it cannot be fixed anymore, then you need to cut your losses and then just, go your separate ways. Even though you're already retired, you're already a senior citizen, it doesn't really matter. If it's not working, then it's really not going to work. Okay, so let's go ahead and read this last one. My partner works every weekend and most holidays. It can get lonely. My partner works in the medical field. He works 7 to 8 every weekend. I work Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 1:30. I get ready for work at 3:20 a.m. And by the time I get off work, go to the gym, and get dinner ready, I'm ready for bed. I try to stay up late to hang out with him, but it's hard to stay up past 10 p.m. without suffering at work the following day. He attempts to do things on Friday, but he refuses to have day dates. He wants to see late shows and get food late, and he gets upset if I fall asleep. I don't magically have energy at 10 p.m. on a Friday. I still started my day at 3. If he gets a Saturday off, he needs a few weeks' notice to find coverage. I'm happy that he's working a job that he likes. I don't want to take that away from him. I'm lonely. I want to sleep in with him, have breakfast, run errands. I want to have at least one full day of us together. I miss him. I'll talk to it with him again tonight. Hopefully I can get better results. I just miss him. Okay, Obi, here's the thing. You cannot get your cake and eat it too. Like, yeah, I get it that you miss your boyfriend, that you're not spending enough time together. But what can you do? That's his job. His job is like 7 to 8 every weekend. And you work Friday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 1:30. Like, someone has to give. So either he quits his job, finds a job that matches yours, or you quit your job and you find something that matches his schedule. It's the only thing that I can think of, the solution here, because what the problem here is that your time is not matching up, and that's sucks. I mean, yeah, I understand. Like, if I had a partner, I would get lonely too because it feels like I don't have a partner. The thing here is someone has to sacrifice. You cannot continue with the way you things are. Like, someone is going to have to find another job that matches with the other. So the question here is, who's going to do it? Are you willing to sacrifice your job to match his? Or is he willing to quit his job, something that you say that he likes? Didn't mention here that you love your job. It doesn't really matter to you whether you are doing this job or something else, then maybe it's better for you to just quit your job and then, match his. It's really very difficult, especially nowadays that, like me, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I don't like my job, but I have to do it because I have to pay bills. So it's not like I can just go without healthcare and then go jobless. I need money, of course. Everyone needs money, actually, not just me. I hope everything works out for you, OP. Anyway, so I'm going to finish it here. I hope that you liked this video. I'm waiting for my dolls to arrive, my new dolls. And I'm going to go back to fixing up dolls, customizing, and do other doll-related videos. So that'll be all for now. Thank you so much for watching this video and stay tuned for more updates from this channel. Bye-bye, guys! Bye!